to the European Union without being a NATO member. We started our negotiations with the European Commission at the end of 1999, and after 5 years, on the 15th of June 2004, Bulgaria officially closed all negotiations chapters and signed the EU Accession Treaty together with Romania on 25th of April 2005. Since 1st of January 2007, Bulgaria and Romania are full members of the European Union. Please do not think, however, that our way after entering NATO and the European Union is very happy and always covered with flowers. In spite of the successful accession, Bulgaria and Romania are not in the position to meet up to now all the requirements and rules of the European Union membership. In all progress reports of Bulgaria and Romania after 2007, the European Commission warned the two Balkan countries that their integration process into the European Union could be delayed and they have to speed up the reforms. There are some areas of serious concern in the adoption and implementation of the EU legal order. The European Commission said organized crime, widespread corruption and deficits in the field of rule of law remain a cause for concern and affect many aspects of society. We need further actions in public administration reforms, decentralization, modernization of the administration, simplifying procedures for administrating justice, and first of all, transparency, fairness, and accountability in the using of European Union funds. I don't like to excuse my country for all these problems, but there are also objective other reasons, because all these problems are more or less connected with the fact that we have not carried out a real decommunization in our country. And the organized crime, the deficits, the participation of people who were members of the secret services during the communism, in the media, in the business, and in the politics, leads and the close connection with Russia of the political elites and of the organized crime. Everything is connected also with our problems by the EU integration. But please do not think also that everything is going bad in our country. We, with our currency board, are an example for financial stability. And a state, and we have also a state, we are a state with budget without deficit, or on the border of the 3%. And we have, in the last 10 years, we have the lowest taxes in the European Union because of the two liberal governments. We have 10% flat tax for everything, for the people, for the business, corporative flat tax, everything. And we are very afraid, openly to say it, for the plans in the European Union for harmonization to tax politics. It is not so easy. It's it will be not so easy for us. We know excellent that a number of factors, including controversies within the European Union, also came into the game by making the European Commission reports so critical. All the actual problems connected with the Eurozone, with the Schengen Agreement, and with the growing populism and extremism also in the old member countries, make the debate over further EU enlargement very complicated. Bulgaria and Romania are the two last winners, succeeded in the final stretch to EU entry in the very last moment. And the European Commission is, of course, obliged to highlight every day their shortcomings. How Bulgarian politicians will address all these problems, issues in the next 2-3 years will be crucial for Bulgaria's future. That is perfectly clear. Without any doubt, the Bulgarian Euro-Atlantic integration could be determined as successful. The great role for this success played the both liberal governments between 2001 and 2009. At the same time, all the problems after entering the European Union show, however, that the lost time in the politics and economy has always a very high price. Do not be, it's especially for our Macedonian friends, do not be last-minute politicians like Bulgarians used to be. Do not pass the necessary laws and reforms in the last minute. And do not forget that it is not enough to pass laws, they need to be actually implemented on the ground. I would like to say to my friends from Macedonia, from Serbia, don't be angry of the Bulgarian and Romanian problems and after entering the European Union. Our problems and our attempts to solve these problems are, I think, a good lesson for you. And now, something about Macedonia. Especially in Macedonia, I would like to, at the beginning of this part of my presentation, I would like to say that in Bulgaria there is a great majority of friends of Macedonia. Politicians, political elites, business communities, the academic and civic society. All these people support Macedonia on the way to European Union. And not only Macedonia, we support all the Balkan countries on this way, and we would like to see all the Balkan countries in the NATO and in the European Union as soon as possible. And we hope, how to say, on 5th of June, Macedonia held elections that international observers presented as generally normal and positive. And the opposition alliance of Social Democrats in Macedonia increased its presence in parliament from 27 to 42 seats. Nicola Gruevski was re-elected as Prime Minister, but with 10 less seats. The greater loser at these elections were the small Macedonian parties participating alone in the campaign. Among them was also the LDP party, The Macedonian liberals remained, we are very sorry, only with one MP, our friend Ivan Veličkovski, the chairman of the Liberal Party of Macedonia. And to all the friends of Macedonia who would like to see the country as a member of NATO and the European Union, hope that the new, more pluralistic and balanced parliament, it seems to be so, could overcome the high polarization in the political elite and will contribute for greater cooperation among political parties. We hope also it could be political fiction, but we hope also of tempering the state-sponsored nationalism. The national renaissance policy line of the government of VMRO, without any doubt, results in increased highlighting on nationalism. At the same time, however, this policy is dividing Macedonians between patriots and traitors, and leads to irritation, for instance, of the Macedonian Albanians. At the same time, the Macedonians' friends in the European Union are disappointed at the government's inability or unwillingness to start the negotiation with the European Union. I have read in the last months the new report of the International Crisis Group about Macedonia. A very interesting report. The experts think that the endless dispute on the name issue lead to a great risk for the stabilizing not only Macedonia but all wider region through integration and enlargement of the European Union. Years of United Nations abbreviated negotiations have made little progress. Mr. Andov told us all the story. And further talks have not been scheduled. The financial crisis and the dramatic situation in Greece now do not make it easy for the Greek leaderships today to focus on resolving this dispute. Nevertheless, Macedonia should look for decisive progress, but it is not the case. Most probably, the new opportunity to start the negotiation when the European Union makes new enlargement proposal in December this year, will be missed again. And I come to the conclusion. And of course, it is not my job to make recommendations to Macedonia. And my conclusion is with the title Hopes for Macedonia. And we, it means the friends of Macedonia. We hope that the Macedonian politicians should improve dialogue in parliament and boycotts should be avoided. Cooperation at the parliamentary committee level should be supported by all parliamentary factions. We hope that the government should encourage the implementation of laws to ensure a modern judiciary, free of political influence. All these hopes are connected with our problems, of course, internal problems, and we know how important all these things are. We hope that the government should stop the pressure on the media, public institutions and civil society. We hope that the Macedonian politicians should make reforms a priority And we hope that in spite of the name dispute, the European Union should start screening Macedonian legislation to speed up harmonization with the acquis communautaire. And we hope all political parties now in this year should celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Ohrid Framework Agreement. And acknowledging that many of its provisions have been implemented. And we hope of continuous dialogue and deepening the process of decentralization necessary to ensure that Macedonia is a multi-ethnic civic state where no group feels discriminated. And we hope that Skopje should accept the United Nations compromise proposal for using some kind of geographical formula as the name of the country for all international purposes. At the same time, we hope that Greece should acknowledge the national identity and language of its neighbor as Macedonian. And I would like to say here that all these friends of Macedonia and me personally, we have no problems anymore with Macedonian nationality and Macedonian language. We accept this and from all our heart. And really believe me. And me, for instance, I try to speak Macedonian and have already a great success in this direction. And I am very, very proud of this. And promptly after these hopes could be, if these hopes could be a reality, NATO should admit Macedonia immediately, and the European Union should begin membership negotiations. I hope so, and most probably these hopes are too emotional, but everything is also connected with our political situation at home in Bulgaria, because we have similar government like here in Macedonia, already in the European Union. Populistic, nationalistic, and so on. You know, this party GERB is a member of the European People's Party, is right-oriented like VMRO here, and they have also minority, not also, they have minority government, but supported by the radical party of Ataka. In Bulgaria, it is a great problem, and now in the next days we have presidential and local elections at the same day, and we are going to repeat the Macedonian model. It means if the president will be from GERB, and the mayor of Sofia, and all the big cities, and all the power will be in the hands of this populistic party, and the outcome of this situation is very difficult. But it's thank you for the attention.